Hey guys, Bangladeshi food is awesome, and I feel like it's not well enough known, so today's guest is gonna tell us all about it. Welcome, Dina Begum. What's up, Dina?
Hi, Katie.
Dina is Bangladeshi, and Bangladeshi culture is a part of a lot of London and Brick Lane specifically. So tell us about the Brick Lane Cookbook.
Well, the Brick Lane Cookbook is a real celebration of food around East London and specifically focusing on Bangladeshi food that I grew up with eating.
Today, we are going to make a more traditional Bangladeshi dish, lentil fritters.
Lentil fritters, also known as Dhaler Bora, really crispy, crunchy, and I think you're gonna love it.
So the first thing you do is soak the red lentils.
Generally, if you're short on time, you can just add hot water and leave it for about 20 minutes, which will kind of give you the same effect. So give it a quick stir, just so everything's blended in.
Then thinly slice your onions.
For Dhaler Bora, you need to make sure the onions are sliced quite fine. This is recipes actually based on my mother's. My grandma and everybody actually I know in the family used to make these all the time. It's a childhood favorite and a classic. Always reminds me of Ramadan because traditionally we have it for iftar when you break fast. In my Brick Lane Cookbook, I say 3 to 4 chillies, but I've got 6 here purely because I know Katie doesn't mind a little bit of spice. So this is for you. Hopefully it won't be too hot. But you could add more, obviously, depending on how much spice you like. These are called rocket chilies, I guess what you could call them if you get them from the supermarket.
These are quite spicy, but you don't need to de-seed them unless you really don't like spice.
Is your mom a good cook?
My mum's an amazing cook. She cooks amazing Bangladeshi food and it's hard to kind of replicate what she does, so I don't even attempt to try it. I usually say it's my take on my version of her food.
And grab your cilantro, or as they say here, coriander.
Chop it. If you put the salt in the onions first and then mix them in with your hand, they really become soft. So when you add the rest of the ingredients, it falls really easily into the pan.
Now drain your lentils and coarsely grind them. Make sure to avoid making a lentil puree. Dina says some lentil texture is key. Now you'll add the lentils to your onions, which you can see have become slightly translucent.
So you can see they're kind of coarsely ground, but not completely smooth. You can see a few whole ones in there, so that's not a problem.
Once that's well combined, add your spices. Add a teaspoon or so of turmeric, but keep an eye on the color and add more or less depending.
Just make sure it's a little bit more like proper yellow. Another half a teaspoon, and I think that should be fine. I am gonna add probably about a teaspoon of cumin.
Mix well and then get your chopped herbs and add that.
Always add this last because then you don't kind of squash them to death. They're very delicate, so kind of fold them in. Just 4 tablespoons roughly of flour, plain flour today. But again, like I said, you can use chickpea flour or gram flour or a mixture of both.
Once the flour is well incorporated, head over to the stove and pour vegetable oil into your heavy-bottomed pan for frying the fritters.
I'm going to use my hands to fry it. Traditionally, that's how we do it. So you kind of pick up little kind of clumps of it and drop it into the oil. It makes it kind of gives you those crispy edges rather than dropping it with a spoon. Plus, you get more in the pan quickly.
We did a test fritter first to fry and then taste to make sure the seasoning was right.
It's so good.
Is it good?
Oh yeah, I think we're good to go.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Dina's tip to get them just right is to put the batter in very hot oil in batches. Once the batter is in, then reduce the heat to very low and cook them for a few minutes. That way you get a really crisp outer shell, but they're cooked on the inside too. And keep an eye on them. You'll need to turn them a few times.
They're taken on a very light golden hue at the moment, but you need them to be kind of a deep golden.
Oh my god, these look so amazing.
Thank you.
And they smell amazing too. Cheers, or how do you say cheers in Bangladeshi?
We say mojarana, which isn't technically cheers, but it was as my mum says, which means kind of good eating or bon appetit.
Good eating!
Good eating.
Mojarana. Hey! Oh my god, these are so good. Listen to this.
Very crunchy. And look at how the onions caramelize around the edges because you drop it by hand. You get that kind of extra crispiness.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Thank you.
You guys know where to find this recipe. You can find it from the Brick Lane Cookbook, which is Dina's cookbook. And lastly, Dina, tell these fine folks what not to forget.
Keep it quirky.
Do it. Bye.
Bye.
If you liked that video and enjoyed learning how to make Bangladeshi lentil fritters, give this video a big ol' thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thanks, guys!